Well, you know what? Let's go all the way up.
Yes.
All the way up. Some
Yes.
stories about self-sabotaging. Do you have any stories you know about anybody or yourself that you can pinpoint and says, yeah, this guy's self-sabotaging herself constantly?
Any fabby stories
Any
about
fabby
self-sabotage?
Stories. Oh, why you put it on me?
That's the hot red
Ladies
light is right
first.
there.
Because you're so exciting. Your stories are so exciting.
Oh man. Okay. Well, I'll tell a story about where I've self-sabotaged
Wow,
a situation.
okay.
I won't put it on you guys.
All
I'll
right.
take it.
Okay.
I feel like just recently, I might have self-sabotaged.
Recently.
Yeah, he's the last person I talked to. This was like May or June because his birthday was in May.
Ooh, we almost got a name. We just need one
Nah,
more
I'm
name.
not gonna get no name. I'm not giving no name. He's from Harlem. I will say that.
Oh, boy.
I said no more
Come
New
on,
York
man.
guys. That was it.
Simone, man.
Harlem
Yeah.
Glow.
That's a different show. That's a different show.
That's a different show. But yeah, he just everything was going fine. We were getting to know each other over the phone. We hadn't met physically in person just yet. But I just noticed it's like prior to us talking, when we were following each other on social media, we were showing each other love and everything. But once I started talking to him, the love kind of stopped. It's like the games start. You know what I mean? And that's the part I just hate. I don't like to use the word hate. That's a harsh word. I detest that when guys text you with one word answers, or they can't even say happy birthday. It's HBD, and it's like if I text you at 7 and then you don't respond to like 8, then I have to respond at 9. It's too much of that. And I started seeing him doing that. I'm like, he wasn't doing that before we spoke. So I don't know. The last time I spoke to him, we FaceTimed each other the day before my mother's birthday, June 6th. And he knew that I was traveling that day to go to Atlanta to see my mom. So I'm thinking, okay, quite naturally, he's going to call to check to see if I was okay. Right? Do you guys agree?
Okay.
Well, I didn't hear from him for another 2 weeks. But yet he's still, around doing his things. I mean, we follow each other on social media, so it's not like he's dead. He's alive. So I'm like, all right, Father's Day coming. That's a tough day for me because my dad is not around. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to find in my heart. I'm going to do the right Christian thing. I'm going to text him and wish him happy Father's Day. And I did that. And he responded like 10 hours later, like literally, like it was like hours later, and was like, hey, thanks, sweetheart. Where you been? And I'm like, where I been?
You sure he wasn't in the studio?
He might have, but he do be in the studio. He do be in
okay.
the studio.
See?
Yes.
Full-blown studio.
Maybe.
But you know what?
Maybe.
But in his defense, when I looked at his social media page, like that day, I saw that he was doing things with his daughter. He has one child, and I think she had prom and everything, so that could be why he took so long to respond.
Yeah.
But honestly, I didn't even think about it. I was already upset that he didn't check on me to see if I got to Atlanta safely.
Strike one.
Then secondly, he takes 8-10 hours to respond to my text
Strike
when
two.
I wished him happy Father's Day. Then the third one is what was the third one? I just didn't like what he said.
You just made the third one. You just throw it in there for
what's
goodness.
the third one? Hold on, what's the third one? I just didn't like. Listen, I didn't like what he said.
You said I just throw it in there. I'm throwing it in there.
Come at me correct.
You gotta come. So I didn't respond to his text, and that was the end of it.
Poor homie.
Wow.
Yeah, and
My man.
but you know what? If he was humble, any humble person would be like, "Hey, did she get my text? Let me call her." You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
he didn't do that. You know why? Because he's so full of himself. He has so much pride and ego. I don't need that. I've been there, done that. Don't want that no more.
you.
Y'all can have that.
No question.
He's a cutie, but he ain't that cute.
Ain't that cute?
He ain't cute as me.
How did I know that he ain't cuter than me was coming up? I knew that was coming. He ain't cuter than me.
Sometimes you got to do that, ladies. You got to hello,
Sorry.
pat yourself on the back.
Sorry.
Yeah, he ain't cute as me. So I was like, well,
Wow.
bye. Oh, well. So that one I might try to salvage, but not really. I don't think so.
Yeah, I do. I believe that. I believe some
Yeah.
guys become so full of themselves
Yes.
and they do just self-sabotage
hope he's not
themselves just by being full of themselves.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me a story. Tell me a story, LB.
I'm not saying
you know
any
what I'm
names.
talking about, LB?
No, but it's I have an individual that I know. Big shout out to Van Ness. Click out there, Van Ness. I have a guy. I mean, he got a couple ways. He has one that I do remember. He is so adamant to be like worship. Like he wanted to be, he wanted to feel like the man so much.
Yes.
That he will go to
Overly macho.
to like the extreme.
Yeah.
Now, this is funny though. This is funny. So he called me one day. He was like, yo, man, kid, it's been crazy, man. I haven't seen you in weeks, man. It's been crazy. So what's going on, player? He said, yo, man, I've been having this like menage a trois with these chicks, man. Yo, it's crazy. I'm like, damn, I can't even know it's still going. He said, yo, man, it's still going, kid, man. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm like, whoa, man, you lucky,
Whoa,
man. You
Fabby,
lucky.
No, I'm saying that's what he was thinking. Not me.
Well, if you want,
Look at that.
I do get his number. If you want
Look at this. How you gonna reverse it?
Big shout out to the Nest. Big shout out to the Nest.
Hey, I'm not going to you ain't say
I was
that.
thinking for him. Okay.
Well, if you knew this dude, you have to ask first. You got to ask first. So I was like, yo, so who's the chicks? Who's the chicks? So one of the girls I never knew before, but he had said that she's on her way over right now. She's coming over right now. He said, just chill. You see, I said, all right, I'll chill. I'll chill, watch. Do you remember when you was in school and there was that one person in school that was very quiet and maybe had like glasses and didn't want to say anything because they didn't want to be bothered? And you was like, wow, does this person even talk? This person, kind of their own circle. It was kind of like that. So it wasn't like the person was sexy. It was just like, I wouldn't even know the person was in the class with me the whole semester unless you'd have pointed out the picture like, oh yeah, that person? Okay, whatever. So I was like, okay, she's not even hot. And then the other person was someone that was like we knew from the block. So I was like,
Run away?
Yeah, run away. I said, you done run away? I said, you're definitely going to self-sabotage yourself. So he's been doing with these two that really ain't nothing. It's like, man, I'd rather not. Because now you can't bring no other chick to the block, right? He said, you know what? You're right. I can't. Because the chick lived across the street from him.
Yeah.
And on the block. And now he had this other chick. So the only chick that was allowed to come to the block now was the other chick and her. So now he self-sabotaged himself. And he said, well, I think for like a couple of years, he just had to stick with that because he's been chicks on the block.
By the way, shout out to Van Ness.
Van Ness
I know who he's talking about, but I'm going to be real on it.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep it low.
Okay.
Big shout out to the Ness. So he self-sabotaged himself because he was so adamant in being a man and say, I have this opportunity, let me take it. Regardless, which a lot of guys do, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. I'm just going to take it. Instead of saying, let me think about it. First of all, they ain't that hot, and now I can't bring nobody else around the way.
Yeah.
So that's an example that I know. Yeah, being greedy. Being greedy.
That has a lot to do with, again, we talk a lot about this in our previous episodes about maturity.
Maturity,
where a man is in his life.
Absolutely.
First off, the person man or woman needs to know who they are, right? Until you know who you are as a person, then you don't know what type of man or what type of woman you want in your life.
Right.
And that's where a lot of that starts with that self-sabotage because you don't know. You're throwing people away that could be a good compliment to your life, but you don't even know what your life looks like and what you want. So I think sometimes people get in relationships and they try to go, it's called a fantasy theory, right?
Right,
So they get into this fantasy of they're together, they're in this relationship, but they haven't really developed that passion or that oneness with that person.
Right.
It's just being in that relationship, being in a quote-unquote relationship as opposed to when you're whole is the best time when you can find your mate.
Absolutely.
Like I used to hear the thing of I can bring myself and they can bring themselves and we can be one.
Right.
No. You want to be whole by the time you meet the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with or even spend a moment with.
Right.
You want to be whole.
Well, that's what a player is. A player is not whole. That's why he or she dates several people at the same time. You disagree? No. Let me finish my thought.
Well, you know what?
This is why they do it.
You got another title for another show. You got a title for another show.
That's why they do the things they do because they're looking to build up their self-esteem. So it's like, let me have her. I like the girl at the gas station, the girl at the studio, the girl at the grocery store. I like everybody. I like her mama and her sister. Everyone. Because now I feel like I'm the man because I have all these girls. And then I'm messy on purpose just so all the girls can find out about each other. And what do girls do when they don't have any class or any upbringing? Then they start fighting. I don't do that. I'd be like, hello, click. I just hang up on them. Like, I don't even want to hear.
So let me ask you a question. So what if the dude is a player and he never got caught?
Well, if he no, he always gets caught.
No, he doesn't.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
Well, you know what? If he doesn't get caught and he's treating me right, then hey, but what happens in the darkness always comes to light eventually. It'll come out a different way.
Yeah. So I do know there situation where there was a dude who self-sabotaged his relationships.
Yes.
And he did it because he knew he could not be faithful.
Well, then he should have said that at the very beginning.
So he said that to all of his girls.
And what happened? They still got caught up, or they
he was saying to himself, you know what? I'm gonna tell all of them that I don't want a relationship because I know it ain't gonna last for so long.
So he was just looking for like a cut buddy.
Not even necessarily a cut buddy. He was just letting them know straight up because he's like, you know what? I'm not gonna be able to see all of them. I want all of them. I'm not gonna be able to see all of them. I'm not gonna be able to be faithful to one. So I'm gonna let them all know straight up that, hey, I'm not seeing it. And what does that do to women?
What does it do?
That makes them want him more.
Not me.
So that self-sabotage you thought was going to go on? No, it didn't happen. They all stayed, and he had a headache. So that's kind of his inner self of him knowing where his weaknesses were.
Yeah.
And he thought that was a strength of him telling them that. It was actually a weakness in his, because he was slow in developing those relationship skills as he became a man. So he self-sabotaged himself on the long run as opposed to in the short run.
In the short run,
and that happens as you mature. You realize that. So players, as you're doing your thing in your younger years, you realize that you're basically stunting your growth in terms of treating a woman and being in a relationship with a woman that'll help prepare you for your wife.
And not only that, you're building bad karma.
Without
because
question.
if it doesn't come back to you, then guess what? Guess what's going to happen? This
Shut
is what
your
a lot
mouth.
of guys
Don't you say that. Don't
Let
you
me
say that,
say
Fabby.
it.
There you go.
Let me
Don't
say
you
it.
say that.
This is how God gets back guys like that. He makes y'all have daughters, and then you guys love your daughters. Oh, my princess. Oh, my
little
diva.
mama.
And guess what's going to happen? God is going to make sure your daughter goes through the same thing. The
Shut
same
your
thing
mouth,
you
Fabby.
did to
You
everybody's daughter.
That's like the
That's
Don't
what
guy's
say
happens to
that,
your
worse-
daughter.
worst enemy. That's the guy's worst enemy.
Absolutely.
To have the same
I
thing
paid
done
for
to
my
their
father's
daughter.
sins.
That's pretty much, man. That's like our show right there, man. To talk about self-sabotage relationship, and good insight on that, CD, man. Just maturity,
Yes.
man. Maturity, and decide that either you want to be by yourself or be completely honest with the individual, so you don't fall in that same self-sabotaging situation, man.
Without
Right.
question.
We do have an event that's coming up on November 19th. Ain't that right, Fab?
We do the NAFCA, which is the Nollywood African Film Critics Awards. It's going to be held at Alex Theater on Saturday, November 19th at 7 p.m. And that's located at 216 North Brand Boulevard in Glendale. And there's tickets still
Love
available
Glendale.
for the show. And they're also raffling 2 round-trip business class tickets. So more info.
What?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You said business class tickets.
First class. That's the word I like to use. First class.
Well, it's a difference. It's a first class, isn't it? Business class.
Oh, well,
but
okay.
but that's very expensive tickets.
It's still, It's,
Wow. So, okay.
It's retailing at $10,000.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Raffling.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, you know what? We actually going to be in the house. I hope we can get a raffle.
I hope so.
I hope we can buy some raffles in there
I hope
because
we're not
I want no raffle. I
disqualified.
want a ticket. How about
You
just
want
this?
a
See, just want a ticket. We just want a ticket.
All right, so
For more info, go to their website, africannafca.com, or go to their Facebook and Twitter page.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a big event, and that's for us, man. So we'll definitely be in the house as well. So
Absolutely.
come out there and represent with us, Fab.
Yes.
Yes, thank you for your insight on today's topic, CD,
All
man.
right.
Very helpful. For anybody out there that actually can feel any information that we were spitting out there to you, and you can, touch your soul and say, you know what, let me try to think differently moving forward, and then I think we accomplished our situation, accomplished the job here. So we definitely do appreciate y'all.
Yes,
Tune in to us
absolutely.
next week. My name is Troy. If I ruled the world, 1.
We out.
Ciao.